Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to review something only seen once before, NOSFERATU in Venice. Let's check it out.
It's bad luck to kill a bat.
Christopher Plummer is the Van Helsing type character, searching for Dracula.
From his earliest origins in Transylvania 10 centuries ago to his mysterious disappearance in Venice during the Carnival of 1786.
Because it's true. And I have little time for social pleasantries.
Come with me. There's something you must see.
What does she have to show him? Well, it's a coffin, of course. An explosive one. Well, here he is poking around some other stuff, and I guess this lady doesn't want that. Guess all is forgiven later.
You give me no choice.
And then we see our shaggy star, Klaus Kinski, as Nosferatu. Wherever he is, he's awake. And when some people confront him, he gives them a push. A seance.
Manifestation of iniquity. Shunned by death to us.
Well, whatever they're doing is causing our man to wake up here. I think that scene we saw earlier of those guys being pushed out the window was something in the past. Now this wakes him for good. He just got up, he's already got himself a couple of babes.
I am ready, my lord.
My liege.
Who summoned me? Your people are free, I'm leaving.
No, after 200 years, you cannot leave.
Time has no meaning in a life that never ends.
The old one pulls out a cross. And just like in Salem's Lot, and just like a couple hundred years earlier, this is an interesting scene. They open up another coffin of a vampire, or I assume it's a vampire. But she immediately turns to dust.
He was here.
He chases this chick down to the streets. And after ripping off her clothes, he bites. Nosferatu's had enough of that shit. Hot cross. And he leaves with this woman. He doesn't seem to have any issue being out in the daytime. Oh yeah, there's Donald Pleasance.
your life as a skin music. Now you belong to me. Leaving, I take. Yeah. Side failed. I've been defeated. And rightfully so.
And you saved my life because you want to take it with your own hands.
I saved your life so you could help me die.
Doesn't the daylight frighten you?
It's the night that frightens me.
It's coffin opening time.
This is our chance. Get busted to sleep.
But watch closely, it's a trick. It's not really him. You should know that guns don't work on this guy, especially since it's the same guy, isn't it?
Kiss me.
Well, not only can he make other people appear like him, he can make himself appear like other people too. It ends with Nosferatu carrying that naked lady down the street. I guess that's his new squeeze. Alright, let's talk about Nosferatu in Venice. This is, I guess, a sequel to Nosferatu the Vampire, which came out in 1979. This one came out in 1988, I think. I had this movie on a bootleg VHS tape from Video Search of Miami. You might remember that place, some of you old-time VHS collectors. Got it maybe in 1999 or so, when I think it was with the first batch I ever ordered. Unlike Nosferatu the Vampire, though, I didn't find this film very interesting. I really liked Nosferatu the Vampire. I watched it last year, actually. It's streaming on YouTube, at least it was at the time. And that's kind of a creepy one. But this one here, I didn't really care for too much. I found it a little slow and hard to follow. Klaus Kinski is back as Nosferatu. Apparently, he refused to put on the makeup and have the hair slicked back, or no hair at all, I guess, like he had done 9 years earlier. So they had to work with him because he was apparently extremely difficult to work with, which is no surprise to anybody who knows anything about Klaus Kinski. He was apparently crazy on the set as this one as well. I think either 1 or 2 directors ended up leaving or getting fired or quitting because of him. Apparently one of the actresses said that in a scene where she was just supposed to be bitten by him, he went crazy, tore off all her clothes, and bit her in the vagina. That's what IMDb says, bit her in the vagina. Now, if you're into vagina biting, okay, but you got to have a willing partner here. That's not acceptable, Klaus. Apparently the other actress said that he was really rough with her too, squeezed her boobs too hard, and yeah, he was, from all accounts, Klaus Kinski was a maniac his entire life. But anyway, this movie here, again, I just found it kind of slow and boring. I really didn't care for it that much. There's some decent nudity in it, of course, but that's about it. The plot, really, I guess, Nosferatu disappeared in 1786 in Venice somewhere, and then Christopher Plummer, who's been investigating this in modern times, decides to I don't know, hold a seance with these people, and they end up waking up Nosferatu. He gets up and then he starts doing his thing. They try to confront him a couple times and he keeps beating them. He throws people out windows so they get impaled on spikes. You can't stop this guy. You shoot him, they put a big hole in him, and then it heals up immediately, like the Terminator 2, I guess, the T-2000, T-1000, whatever that thing was. You can't stop him. They try to stop him at the end of this movie, and they shoot him again ridiculously. Doesn't do any good. And then he ends up walking off into the sunset, I should say moonlight, with this naked chick, and that's how our movie ends. Christopher Plummer was in this, like I said. Donald Pleasance is in this briefly as well. But that's pretty much it. I think this did have a DVD release, although I don't know the quality of that one. The good folks at Severin put this out on a Blu-ray in this past year. So I picked this one up. So I needed it. I needed an upgrade from my bootleg VHS. So here we go. It is out there and it's available. So check it out. I'm curious what everybody thinks about it. Did you like this one better or worse than Nosferatu the Vampire? For me, I like Nosferatu the Vampire much better. Check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about Nosferatu in Venice or Vampires in Venice, as the on-screen title said. Check it out. Watch it. Bye.